and it's been a while since we spoke, I don't know, here and there through like the internet, but the pandemic kind of held it up.
Yes.
So thank you for coming and joining me tonight.
Of course.
Did you mention something about Broadway?
I did in conversation, yeah. That's actually what I have my background in musical theater. So I can say that I'm a singer, actor, dancer too. I write all my music, so I'm a songwriter, and I love taking pictures. I look great for the camera, so I do claim to be a model as well. So all of those things.
So
I just cook, and cook is art.
Obviously, you have a favorite meal. I don't have a favorite meal. What is your favorite meal?
Right now, I like to experiment with different vegan situations. But my boyfriend just had a birthday on April 7th. I guess that's not just, but last month, exactly a month ago. Okay, so I invented like this 4 cheese, 3 seafood linguine. They like took him out and he had itis, but he loved it, and I made it all from scratch except for the noodles. But I actually poached lobster, I sauteed crab, I baked shrimp, and I mixed it all together with 4 different cheeses, but it was vegan cheese. And that's my favorite thing to cook right now. I think I want to cook
cheese too. I know you can do that.
No. I let Diana handle that. But it was my favorite thing that I cooked recently, and so I think I want to do that every month or so. It's just a little bit expensive to get all the ingredients.
Yeah.
But I still, once a month isn't bad, right?
No, I don't think so at all. I mean, be lucky if I cook every 2 months. My life is so fast paced that I don't have time to like cook a full meal sometimes. So.
I hear you.
Yeah. Tell me about your favorite track on your album.
Okay, well, my album came out and it's a 15-song LP with 14 in the bonus track. And I would say right now, we're in spring, so I'm riding the wave of Mine, which is my favorite track right now. But it changes with the season. It's spring, it's a flirty song about a Leo. I feel like everyone has a crush about a Leo. One point in their life, Obama's a Leo, J-Lo's a Leo.
Obama's a Leo?
Yes. Right?
I didn't know that.
I
know J-Lo's very Leo.
But there's 2 different spectrums of Leo. But yeah, I feel like everyone, one way or the other, has had a crush on a Leo, and that's what the song's about, having a crush and just feeling good. And it's a dance song too, so that's my favorite song right now.
And you shot a video for that, right?
Not yet.
No?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna see confusing that with the other one. There's one video that you did on the beach.
Real love.
But yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
I love that video.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's very, it has like a feel good, like beachy vibe to it.
Yeah, I wanted it to sound like where I grew up. I grew up in South Carolina. And so I was looking at the map, like no one knows where I shot it. It's an illusion that I shot it in South Carolina.
No one's ever supposed to know anything.
No, I tagged Brazil, I tagged South Africa. Yes, every time I post it, I tag some like random beach in Egypt or something different. People are like, where did you shoot this? So,
That's smart though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because people will go to Egypt and be like, oh, this is a beach in Egypt?
And they start looking on Google and get confused. In the car, in Egypt, on the way, forest or whatever, looking up the beach, like, I can't find it. Lights over here.
But I had fun on there, on that show, on that music video shoot. I love shooting music videos too because it does give me like another chance to utilize my creativity and another way to tell my story. Not only through music, but through motion picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if people love hearing music, me personally too, visuals, I like a little bit more because I can actually I can even feel it.
Yeah.
Same. So, why music? Why did you start?
I feel like music chose me. We mentioned before, like when we were talking outside of the camera, how we used to paint as kids. Painting was the first thing that I took to. It was a way that I could get over like bullying and just dramas that much. Like growing up but not really fitting into your body. That makes sense.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I always knew that I had a voice too. So as I grew up, I just noticed how I would, I would apply for art programs, but they'd be like, I'm sorry, you can't get in for visual, but we'll take you for music. Or I want to get in the gallery, they're like, okay, we don't want you don't have to show, but can you sing? And then I got into a band, and then I got into...
So it just worked out.
It just worked out, like, I'm choosing me. And then even doing I was traveling and doing musical theater regionally, but if I look at my resume, they're all voice-heavy roles, like DJ Crosby and Sophie Jones Cafe, a lot of review shows, 70 review shows, and Little Shop of Horrors, played Chopin, which is originated by Tisha Campbell. So I'm like, okay, so I have all these vocal heavy songs on my resume, all these vocal heavy roles on my resume, and everyone's telling me, why don't you just go to New York and pursue music? So I just did that. So I moved to New York, and I stopped doing music regionally, and I started recording and performing around New York. So, and it just worked out. I can't say it was easy. It's worth fighting for, but it's definitely something that I'm someone that people come to for good music,
Right.
as opposed to anything else. So I feel like music just...
You're an inspiration.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
It's in your song.
It's in my song.
So, as far as like theater goes, are you gonna go back into that, or are you just gonna be doing recordings and stuff?
Well, I hope so. I hope I can get back into theater. It's just, it's been on a hiatus since the pandemic. So I haven't really been auditioning. I'm just getting back into auditioning now, starting next week, because
I would love to see you on Rent. Have you seen Rent before?
I love Rent.
Oh my god.
Jonathan Larson, the creator, is an Aquarius.
I didn't know that was his name. I didn't know who the creator was, to be
Oh.
honest with you. I just saw the play like 3 times.
Yeah.
My grandmother, every year for her birthday, we'd go and we'd see Phantom of the Opera, Rent, Les Mis, Hairspray, all these plays. I forgot half of them. Rent, I definitely like. Your voice is so powerful and impactful. It's not like the average soul singer. It's strong.
Thank you.
So your average day, when you wake up, what are the simple things that make you happy when you're stressed out about, making it to the studio on time, or press conferences, or things of that nature? What are like simple little things that just get you by?
Okay, well, I definitely meditate a lot. I do yoga consistently. I do breath work. I have a singing bowl, so that helps, and just staying hydrated. Coffee is very meditative too. So I try to make sure that I do, as soon as I wake up, I hydrate, so I drink my water, I get my coffee, I pray. I do like a regular spread, because I have cards, and I just read just something like simple, like a simple oracle, just so I could get like my head in the game. And the last thing I do is I make a list. Yeah, I make a to-do list of everything that I want to get accomplished today. And if I don't get it accomplished today, then it carries on to tomorrow until the job is completely done. And I'll add things on, I'll take things off. So that's what
You
I do.
remind me of myself a little bit.
Yay!
It's funny. Have you read The Secret?
Yes, I love that book.
Really? It's
Yes.
my Bible.
Yes, it
It's
is.
like literally it's underneath my pillow with an emerald stone on top of it.
Yeah, the emerald stone.
Yeah.
That's so
From
cool.
Georgia.
From Georgia? Like the country?
Yeah. No, like the state.
Oh. I was like, oh, wait, from Georgia. Sorry, my bad.
Stone Mountain.
Oh, Stone Mountain. I love
Yeah.
Stone Mountain. I hiked Stone Mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, kudos to you. That mountain is not even a mountain. It's like, it's
dome.
literally stone.
What is it called? A dwarf. They call it a dwarf hill or something like that?
I
A
don't
dwarf
know.
hump?
I think it's man-made.
Yeah. No, it was here a long time, because Native Americans used to do spiritual rituals over it. Yeah, but man colonizers came and kind of
Took it over.
yeah, put their whole face on it, but that's another story.
Yeah. Okay, so in the studio, what is your creative process like when you, because you're a songwriter. So do you write songs at home and bring it to the studio? Do you just sit and like vibe out in the studio and write?
I prefer to write before getting to the studio. Because how do I explain this? I feel like I hear messages and I feel certain things, especially when I meditate. Melodies come to me and they actually come through me. And so the best way for me to make sure that the song sounds more like what's coming through me, as it does like on the wave, is if I do as much as I possibly can at home. So I write out everything, I'll sing it, I'll orchestrate it, and I'll arrange it how I would like it to be on my own computer. And then that's when I would reach out to my friends or any instrumentalists that I know that I feel would be able to help. Why is it like that would help create the same mood that I think of. I'm blessed because I know so many creative people that think about music like I do. And so when it comes down to songs like my last song that just came out in February on my birthday, I automatically had the first person that came to mind after I wrote on my birthday was my friend Scott. I was like, oh, Scott, look this up. You love this. This is amazing. This is exactly what I feel like he could compliment what I already did. And we kind of, we did it separately because of COVID, but a lot of times I like to meet with the composer or the instrumentalist before going into the studio and just build on that. So I already have the pots doing it at home. They just add their seeds. And then I'll go record it, get it mixed and mastered, and send it out to the world. And I feel better about it because it's the presentation of how I felt at the moment that I wrote it. And I feel like the more authentic it is in my head, the more I could help people heal.
Yeah, it comes out naturally.
Yeah. I can go in the studio and hear a beat and write it, but why do that? If you can do it,
I just know there's a lot of artists that have like different ways of writing. Like some will be in the studio for 5 hours straight just writing. I just think that's the only way they can focus, I guess.
That makes sense.
But so that's cool though. It's because you're taking in like in that moment and you're putting it out there. It's not just like forced.
Right.
Like in the studio, your time, you're limited on time.
Yeah, it can come out as voice and not really saying everything that you want to say.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, we really need to put out good words, good vibes. As much
Before the pandemic and now.
I had a lot of plans, like you said, to travel. I wanted to do, I thrive in so far sound shows.
Okay.
So I had a few shows set up for the year. I like to travel and do a few shows outside of New York just to expand my horizon, and I always get a lot of new fans when I do. So I had 4 shows set up. I had a TV gig set up, and everything was just like canceled at the same time. And I was just so used to like really just picking up and running every day. I used my unlimited card, swipe, every day just run around. You know, that's how I was living my life. But it all came to a halt. And then I got sick. I had COVID for 4 days, and so I was worried about my voice. But then that also put me in the house because I was afraid I was going to go out to get food and like breathe wrong on somebody's uncle, and then they have something, and I'm like, shit. So excuse my language.
No, you're good.
And so I really stayed in for a good month, and during that time, I stayed in for like 3 months because I just didn't want to give it to anybody. I went out to get tested, and I went out to see if I had the antibody, and I did have the antibody. So that was some relief. But, and so that's when I moved on to just start, okay, through the 3 months where I was scared of killing people's aunts and uncles, I was like, what else can I do? So I took a course called Healing in the Arts. It's just how can I incorporate more healing in my music. Ultimately, I learned more about production. I set up my in-home studio. So now I have a full, nice, beautiful computer. I have that is capable of holding all the dolls that I want to try. I've taught myself how to do Ableton and Pro Tools and Studio One.
Oh, nice.
And I'm just like, yes, this is so much better than GarageBand. So I was just having a ball, like just recording myself. I never really liked it, but Ableton is big now.
I've never actually heard of that. I've heard of Final Cut and a little bit of Premiere, but Final Cut, I would.
You know Ableton with the launchpad. Ableton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I drew a fart.
Yeah. And so that's what I taught myself. And then after those months I rolled around in isolation, just upping myself, meditation-wise, healing-wise, and production-wise, that's when I decided that I had to like start slowly implementing and just started living my life again. So that's when I shot this video for inspiration in July, tail end of the pandemic, because I just knew that I had to do something creative throughout the year. And so that was a one-man band type of video. It was me and my friend Aisha, who I met. I forgot how I met him. I think I met him at the Day Summit with the Day Summit. It's a music festival. So we just worked and we shot everything in one day. It was very small and we stayed away from everybody. I went home, so I saw my parents, I saw my sister, and I came back to New York. And everything else since then has been like just trying to like release slowly. So I released a video, I released a live album because I felt like people needed more live music. And I just started writing again and trying to connect to DJs and producers around the globe so I can still be heard around the globe without having to tour.
Your live album, by the way, was sick. I was listening to it right before I left. A little bit of inspiration. Thank you. I played it a little louder for my mom.
That is a mom song for sure.
Is there a particular moment in your journey that you were like most proud of? You felt like seeing them out of success, or you just like, damn,
It seems so small, but especially from a New Yorker standpoint. But from South Carolina, I felt the most proud of myself after competing at Apollo Amateur Night. Apollo Amateur Night.
Oh, that's cool. The theater?
Yeah.
That's not small, that's huge.
I felt so huge performing with Apollo. I had my flutes and I had a fresh haircut. I won 3rd place, and as soon as I leave the theater, I have a bag full of CDs, and they're like, everybody looks at me and they're like, you got CDs? And everybody rushes towards me, and I sold 40 CDs that day. I was like, wow, okay, thank you. So I really felt special because not only did I win 3rd place, I was invited to come back, and Al Sharpton's daughter was so nice to me, and then I sold a whole bag full of CDs. Like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
30 CDs?
40 CDs.
40 CDs. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta go to my storage unit and get more.
I think that's the most I've heard anyone sell. Like, in person?
In person, yeah. So I felt really special.
So, that's it for today. Where you can tell them where they can find you.
Okay. Follow you. Please check out my music. It's on all music platforms. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on Tidal. My debut album is called Pronouncedly Deluxe, and you can get it everywhere. It's on Bandcamp. Also, please check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's YouTube, youtube.com/Lea Anderson Music. And please follow me on Instagram. It's I am Lea Anderson on Instagram. And I do follow back if you watched it here I will follow you back. And once again, I am Lea, Lea Anderson. Thank you.